Not according to these people. They think we're dying for it.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna give you a disclaimer. It's not even a disclaimer. I said it yesterday.
You told him yesterday.
I told him yesterday, and he's like, by now he's not gonna learn. I mean what I say. I did not watch this show. Okay.
Like I am in a position where I understand that the burden is on me. I understand that because I was watching it last night. Then I fell asleep.
See?
Then I got a phone call and I was like, what was I doing? I was like, oh my gosh, Love Island's going on. Then I looked, it was left like 5 minutes left. I literally fell asleep in the first 15 minutes. And then I rewatched it. So
it's
I'm
bad, man. I was there. It wasn't even that late. What time would I got home from here, Brent? I got home I was on my bed about 10 o'clock. So that's not even like super late because I'm trying to sleep by midnight. I was on bed about 10 o'clock. I said, all right, cool. They put the Love Island on. I think I got to the first advert.
Yeah.
I never saw nothing.
It's the ads for me. It's the ads. Like when the ads come on that I go out. Like, anyway, let's get into it. So let me tell you guys.
And at this point, I don't need to watch it anymore because the day afters are just becoming like recaps for me.
Yeah.
You're going to give me everything.
It's funny because it's meant to be a review session. And it's now turned to a debrief. But I want to breeze through it. I mean, to be fair, if I look to think, anyway, let me just not.
It's proper supposed to be a review, innit? They get no review anymore.
But you know what I love though? The listeners are still watching it and they're still leaving comments and letting us know their thoughts and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they go off.
Which is great. So we appreciate you guys, honestly. We really, really do. So you guys are technically like my co-hosts watching it with me. So let me just go quick. Dami and India basically said the L word.
Is it?
Yeah, they love each other. But she kind of had to prompt it. I don't know, man. I have a thing where if I have to prompt something out of a guy, I don't think it's genuine. I don't think you meant it. So she basically was asking him stuff like, oh, like, have you ever been in love, basically? He was like, oh, I've loved. And she said, no, but in love, like being in love is a different kind of ball game, basically. And he was like, I don't know, I can't remember what he said, but basically he has or whatever. But he was like, oh, have you ever felt like you want to say it to me? He was like, I felt like I want to say it to you. And she kind of just like that kind of awkward kind of laugh. And then he was like, yeah, he was like, but I do love you. And she was like, that's it again, kind of thing. Like, just kind of, you know how she gets all giddy or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I love you too. She's like, no, she's like, love you too. He was like, love me too. She's like, I love you too. And he's like, oh yeah. And it was kind of cute, whatever, blah, blah. But what was interesting though, after that scene, they were having a conversation about who's punching. It was Adam and Paige and Luca. And Luca started the conversation talking about, I can't remember what it...
Punching?
Yeah, like who's punching as in like...
Punching above their weight.
Punching above their weight, looks-wise.
What does that mean?
If your partner is better looking than you, then you're punching.
Is it? Hold on.
The girls didn't have makeup on, by the way, you egg.
You can tell it was
annoying. So annoying. But they were having that conversation. So basically, the way the conversation started was a bit weird. I think Luca was saying something about like, oh, sorry, because I'm really hungry, sorry. He doesn't believe he's punching with Gemma.
Okay.
But I thought that what I heard was that he does believe he's punching with Gemma.
Do you think he's punching?
Yeah. Do you know why I say that?
I would like to know.
Because of them stupid random tattoos on his body. His tattoos, it's like stickers. You know when you were young and you had them stickers in like them sweets and stuff? And you put one up here, you put one down here, you put one here. That's what his tattoos are. And I think if the tattoos made sense and it was clean, it sounds very random, by the way, but because I see him shirtless all the time, that is what makes me think you're so childish. And it makes me think, yeah, he's punching.
All right, so I'm going to leave this.
No, you're ready.
Nah,
go for it.
Leave it, man.
Yeah, I'll leave it.
I'm really curious what he wants to say, though.
I want to know who else is punching.
So, yeah, but then he started saying basically that Paige is punching.
Is it?
Yeah. He said Paige is punching with Adam. But at the start, the way Paige was saying, Paige was like, she's like, I don't, because you know she's got insecurities or whatever. So she's like, I feel like she felt like she was punching. She's like, yeah, like, you know, I feel like she feels awkward when basically people address the fact that Adam is bare looking, like really, really good looking or whatever, and she's got him, basically. But it kind of turned to a thing where she kind of took offense. And she was a bit annoyed at the fact that Luca, because Luca, he was doing this whole thing, you know how we did with Tasha, where he's got a point, kind of like Brent, and he just sticks on that point and he just keeps banging on about the point. So he was doing the whole, that's what I said. He's doing the whole, like, Paige is punching to the point where, like, she then took offense to it. And she said, I don't really care. Like, I'm done. Like, I don't care about this conversation. Kind of something that I would do. And then Adam was like, no, that's a bit rude, kind of thing. And then she was like, no. Like, did you take offense to me saying that? It's just, because she basically said to Luca, you are punching. Like, Gemma's better looking than you. So I think because she said that to him, that's when he was like, yeah, but you're punching. So, do you get me? So he did like a tit for tat. But the way he's landed was annoying to her because she's thinking, you asked me a genuine question, I've told you, you've taken offense to what I'm saying. And now, do you get what I mean? So he didn't believe that he was, sorry?
Because I don't watch Love Island. So who is the couple that you see as the disparity between the punching is worse? Who is it out of all the couples?
Like who's punching the most?
Yeah. Which couple?
Ooh. I would say Luca and Gemma,
Okay, so as in Luca is better looking than Gemma?
Gemma's better looking than... Gemma's Michael Owen's daughter. I think she's better looking than him, but I'm not even just thinking just looks. I'm just thinking in everything.
Just like Clark, because I don't know what background Luca comes from. So...
Did you see the picture of him in his long hair?
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's the background.
But how about the man looking better than the girl?
That's fine. Oh, that's Adam. I would say that's Adam and Paige.
Adam and Paige. So
it's not that much of a gap though, because Paige is decent.
It's not that much of a gap.
Adam's more of his reputation, and obviously he's 6'5" and it's not like Paige is
like
meaty.
crazy,
it's not like
actually.
It's just because they put Adam on this pedestal. It's not like she's. Who would have the biggest gap?
I would have to do old people.
All right, cool. Who? Give me an old person.
Old person will be Charlie. Who was Charlie trying to be with? Wasn't Danica? Or Ekin? Charlie and Ekin.
No, forget about that, because that's a man that's finished, right?
Yeah.
Give me a man that's wavy.
And a girl that's not all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so not in couples.
In
couples, well, that's it. In couples,
in the couples, there's no. I think the only person that's like that would be Adam and Paige. Then I think.
Yeah.
Because the boys ain't. The boys are shit.
The difference is not that great.
All right, cool.
But the boys are shit.
How about not in couples?
There's only couples left.
No, but like if we have to, pair random people up, it would be like Adam being with Tasha.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that wouldn't make that. She would punch in.
All right, cool.
How about swinging?
How about when she has makeup on?
Regardless,
mate.
So even when she had makeup on, she didn't make up the difference.
No, she ain't gonna make. No, if she was Adam, no, she wouldn't make up.
So this way you're going with it.
No, I'm just showing you that this exists in life.
I know it exists.
We do this every single day, but when I introduced it, you're pretending as though I'm the bad one.
You are the bad one. I wasn't pretending. I went to every bone in my body.
We've just detailed that we do this all the time.
No, but your argument was very different, Brent. I really can't obviously get into it, but your argument was very different.
It wasn't. It's exactly the same thing.
And I also never said that I can't acknowledge the fact that there are men who are better looking than women or anything like that. This area of argument never came up in the conversation.
We're talking about comparisons with who deserves to be with the other person because of their looks, right?
Yeah.
And then one putting on makeup, not even reaching the heights where it even makes sense still, right? This is what I was talking about.
When I think about it though, maybe when they put on makeup, they do match Adam and Paige. Because Paige is a beautiful girl even without makeup. But when she dolls up and everything...
I don't think the gap's that.
The gap is like maybe like a point. Like 1 point. But I thought you were doing essentially the conversation. Even though I don't actually... I don't know why I'm going to say that then if I don't think it. Because I was going to say, they might be like the best two in the house. If that
Good
makes
looking.
Sense.
Yeah.
No, I think that's David and Ekin. I think David and Ekin are stunning together. But Adam thinks...
Oh yeah, for us.
Yeah.
You mean as a couple or individually?
No, I mean...
individually, they're buff.
As a couple,
they
look good together. But I was trying to say that maybe like as individuals, they're the two best individuals in the house. Adam and Paige. Like for the girls and for the boys.
For good looking wise?
Yeah.
No, I would say... Ekin will be the best.
I'm saying I think that's the way they're perceived though. I'm not saying that's what it is, but in the house, I think that's the way they're perceived.
But I think that's off his reputation because he's been there before. Like he's got that reputation. Like he's a good. Yeah, he's got that reputation anyway. So I think automatically the reason why they will come into that conversation is because his looks carries them into it.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Because when Paige was with someone else, or if she was with someone else, it wouldn't be that. Do you get what I mean? So he he gives them an extra boost in points.
So did they say anybody else was punching?
So Adam said Ekin, he thinks Ekin is punching with Davide. Didn't see that personally. So anyway, so they did that anyway, and then Paige ends up walking off, whatever. Then she goes to the girls, so Gemma, Ekin, I think, and Tasha or something like that are by the pool. And she's like, oh, Gemma, I'm basically having like an argument with your man. And she's like, what do you mean? And she's like, oh, he doesn't think he's punching with you. But she didn't understand what that meant. She's like, what do you mean? And Tasha was like, he basically thinks that he's as good looking as you or something like that. And then he came around and he then was like, oh, like, what are you guys saying, talking about kind of thing. And they talked about that and a text interrupted.
Okay.
But I can't, like I was trying to think though who I think is punching, but I don't think anyone is really. I think Tasha and Andrew on equal playing field.
Yeah, they're both just wild lads. To be totally honest with you.
And then I think Danica and Jamie as well.
No, Danica's better than him. Because he's just like a little square-head boy. Yeah, Danica's much better than him.
Much?
Yeah, India's better than Dami.
Yeah. India's better than Dami. India's stunning, you know. When it was there was a scene that she had, I think this girl's proper, like, it's really stunning.
Yeah, I've seen her a couple of times before. You are proper nice.
She's beautiful, yeah. But yeah, so there was all of that stuff. But anyways, they had a talent show as well. So yesterday was the talent show.
Does anyone have any talent?
No. Only Danica for dancing.
Oh, okay.
So
and Tasha's a dancer.
They didn't make her dance and I was so glad. She does like TikTok out of sync dances. You know, like when kids are like, you know, you're like when they're younger, like in year 10, and they think they're hip hop street dancers. That's the kind of dance she does. Because I saw a video.
I've seen a video of her, within the graphics.
Yeah, I never want to see that again.
Yeah,
I never want to see that again.
It's horrid.
So I was so glad that they only made Danica dance, and she looks absolutely sexy. Her body is banging. She's just like the way she carries herself, like she knows what she's doing. I think out of everybody, she had the best talent. What Andrew as well was funny because he did basically, you know, he's a real estate agent, and he basically did a thing where he was selling the villa for £25 million. Okay. But it was so funny because he was kind of like throwing in jokes here and there. And it's like something like, oh, like, you know, and this is the terrace, you know, is strong enough you can crawl in there, you know, like Ekin. It was like little digs like that, kind of funny. And then he said something like, oh, and this is the entrance. And you know, this year we saw the most beautiful woman walk through it, and you guys know how I felt about that. And he was like, yeah, let's give it up 4. And then Tasha was obviously blushing, and he goes, Antigone. So it was that kind of banter. He was absolutely hilarious with it. And then Gemma and Paige, this killed me. So Gemma and Paige did like hip hop dancing. They did a choreography and they sang together. They both dressed the same, was a joke. And they were singing My Hump. But you know what killed me though? So Tasha knew people on Twitter were like, how does Tasha know the words? How old was she when this came out? But like, they were basically singing the song and like doing like little choreography things, whatever. And then Luca in his confession, he's like, wow, like, didn't know Gemma had that in her. Like, she just went up there. She's like 50 Cent up there. I said, 50 cents? She's 50 Cent up there.
I thought you were going to say Beyonce or something. You know what I mean?
Nah. 50 Cent's worse. 50 Cent up there. And then Tasha did some 1 cup thing. I don't know what it is. So you basically like pick the cup and you make beats and whatever and you sing a song or whatever. And then, well, she did quite well. I remember she kind of messed up a little bit and then they were wooing her and she carried on or whatever. And then Andrew goes in the confession. He was like, oh, like, that was really good. She did really amazing. He's like, bless her little heart that she can't sing, can she? She's not a singer, is she? It was so funny. Like, yeah, she's not a singer, is she? But bless her heart, she did well. And then Dami rapped. And I said, you know what? Bring back Remy. Bring back Remy. Dami rapped, and honestly, I think watch that clip. It was bloody ridiculous.
What was he actually rapping? Like trying a thing?
He attempted. It was an attempt. Emman, you heard it?
Yeah, it was dreadful, man. It was dreadful.
It was worse than
what
Remy.
he was doing.
And I think Remy's got a little something there.
Tuesday. I might have to see.
He didn't. Yeah, he didn't. Just watch the clip. You don't even have to watch all of it. Just watch that. That clip was embarrassing to say the least. And then Luca sang High School Musical. Now that guy's definitely punching because he just not. Yeah, he did a High School Musical song. We're all in this together. I didn't even know the words. It's a bit embarrassing. Jamie did his football kick-ups. Is that what it's called? Kick-ups?
Kick-ups, yeah.
He did those. Adam was like, yeah, he's a good footballer, but I could have done that. I said, well, that's that. Who else is there? Oh, India's one was so cute. She's going to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on a little flute, yeah. Well, she hasn't played it since she was like 8 years old. And she was, then I said the notes were like, you could just about make out what she was playing. But she's just like, she was just so cute. And then Damien, I was like, oh, this is adorable. So yeah, she did that. And yeah, that was basically it for the show, you know. Let me see no one else. No, I think that was all the house. I think that's all of them. And then we got to vote as well for our most favorite couples. So I reckon someone's gonna leave tomorrow or tonight. So then we'll be down to 5. And then someone else will by the end of the week, maybe. Then I reckon Sunday we'll see the parents. Or Friday night we'll see the parents. So we'll be down to our 4. And those are the 4 that then make the final. And then it'll be like the last dates and
So that's the end of next week?
no, baby, I can't last it then. The show is done. This time next week, Tuesday, we will not be talking about Love Island.
Serious?
To the glory of God.
Okay.
Yes. So Love Island ends on the 1st of August.
Okay.
That's not a birthday present. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that was basically it. So I think at this point, like this is the point where Love Island just gets kind of, it's just quiet. Especially because they threw out like 2 people. It's weird, like 2 couples. It's weird now because the house kind of looks empty, but it's only going to get more empty. But I reckon, actually, Mans, what do you reckon? I reckon Danika's leaving next. I think she's the least popular out of everybody. I think she's next to leave.
Because it's the public's going to vote as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it Dami, India?
Dami, India, Tasha.
Yeah,
Andrew.
for real, Danica, she
I
must
think
be
Danica.
screwed, yeah.
Either Danica or Tasha. I think they'll be in the bottom 2 and then one of them will leave. But we're 1 week away, so I think now we can actually predict a winner.
That's what I was going to say. I was gonna ask you.
We can predict a winner. So
Ekin and Davide.
I think Ekin and Davide. I think that's such a strong... Ekin hit her 1 million followers on YouTube, Instagram. She's the first islander this season to hit that. That girl's going to be a superstar.
Is it just this season or ever?
No. Like, people have made it. I think Molly made it, I think. I can't remember. But no, this season, she's the first.
Wow.
So it's always interesting to see whose followers goes up the most. But she is going to be a flipping superstar. I can already see it.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Which is what she wanted, isn't it?
It's what she wanted. She's working hard for it. Because even like the other day, I think it was yesterday actually, they were talking about like moving to place, like who's going to move. Obviously, they live in different areas of the world, of the UK. And David and Ekin, I think they're playing a game, you know, because they're both not very forthcoming in terms of who's moving. Because he was like, oh, Manchester. She was thinking, my manager's watching this. I'm moving to Manchester. But she was like, yeah, we'll see, we'll see what our commitments are like when we leave the house, basically.
Right.
I feel like sisters, like, I'm not moving to Manchester. It makes sense for you to come to London. London's where the opportunities are.
Do you think they're going to last, though, outside?
No.
How long?
I think a few months. I don't see them lasting a year.
That's what I think, too.
Because I think that they're both smart in terms of what they want. Like, if he is a millionaire, people can have money, but if they don't have fame, they're missing something. So I think it's more about popularity and all that kind of stuff. I think she's going to come out. She's like a smart businesswoman. And I think she's going to come out and realize the opportunities she's got and all that kind of stuff. And she's going to be wild and free. She's got to be free. Because sis literally said it depends on what opportunities we have, depending on who's moving where. And she's going to have opportunities.
But sometimes it serves them better both to stay in a relationship.
Yeah, that's
the
the thing.
Opportunities will come better together than individually. Do you get me? So sometimes they've got to ride.
But I think though,
she's smart enough to know that as well. If it makes sense for her to be with Davide, she'll be with Davide.
But I do think though that opportunities are more likely to come for Davide based off him being with Ekin than with Ekin being with him. Because I think that even if Ekin goes single, that girl is a flipping star. Like, she's going to make it. But I think Davide is going to be forgettable because there's only so much your Italian accent can get you. We're not really going to care after a while.
But do you feel like he brings some of this out of her? Or do you feel like even if it was a different guy, she would still
it'll be
shine?
the same thing. Because I think she's been like that even when she was crawling on the terrace floor with Jay and she's just like this.
Yeah.
I mean, like, she's just how she is. I just think she's happy. Obviously, she's falling for him and stuff, which is great. But yeah, I think that's really it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, that is all for Love Island. Let's get into our last